Hey everyone, hope you're all well. Welcome back to the channel. I've got another video for you. It's a short one today because I'm getting ready for the Outlaw half. Just getting all my stuff ready. Actually fairly well prepared this time, not like usual. But this video is going to be all about my race nutrition. So this one I am pretty well prepared for because I've been trying to get things ready throughout the week. So there's all the gear pretty much ready to go. Big reason for that is because obviously there's a big game happening today, the England-Scotland game, which I'd like to watch. I don't want to be faffing about later getting all my gear ready, so managed to do that bits and pieces during the week. I still got a few more things to do. Namely with the bike really, front tyre needs changing. You need to put a new tyre on that one because it is looking a bit ropey in places and I don't want any stoppages because of that. So apart from that though, we are more or less ready, and I am going to talk through my nutrition strategy because I think that's a pretty important one. I don't usually tend to worry too much nutrition, anything from standard distance and lower, because it's short enough that you can sort of power through. Right, that's the wheel done. So let's talk some nutrition because I've laid some of it out here. But what I would say is that for the half Ironman distance and beyond, really, or any further, you have to think about how you're going to fuel yourself. You're out there for a long old time. Like I said before, anything below that distance, so Olympic and lower, you kind of can get away with it as long as you've got fluid. You might take a gel or two or whatever on it, but you don't really have to think about it too much, whereas half Ironman and further you kind of do. The key thing for me is about going into that race hydrated, regardless of whether it's hot, cold, anything like that. Hydration is key. I tend to use these precision hydration. I'm a heavy sweater, so what I will do, I don't use these ones, I use the 1000. So I've got a tube of those, and what I would do is use those the day before the race. Make sure I'm fairly well hydrated. The other key thing is, you might have seen in my last video, is on race morning always use the same breakfast, which is porridge. I will probably eat a porridge bar or some sort of cereal bar type thing as well, probably about 40 minutes before I'm racing. On the bike, okay, let's talk on the bike because that's the main fueling aspect really. So what do I use? Okay, so in my little box here of nutrition, now I use a combination of real food and gels. Okay, so what I tend to do is I try and consume something every 15 minutes on the bike. So I will alternate between a gel and some real food. Now that doesn't mean I'll eat a whole one of these. What I tend to do is I'll open this packet up. I will split this probably into 4 pieces. Okay, I will put it into some cling film, put it in my bike bag just as I have, so I've got access to it in front of my aero bars. And yeah, every 15 minutes I will either consume a gel or I'll eat a piece of bar. Now I've tried and trial different methods on various races, and this is the best outcome that I've had. So I keep that going throughout the bike. Along with that, obviously I have my hydration, okay, and I'll put probably 2 sachets into my my bottle on the bike, which, like I said, is on the actual frame. Let me quickly show you that. Okay, so this is the bike bottle. Sits on the frame. I can do it properly. So it sits just in there, like so, and there's a tube that runs from it, from my bars, which makes drinking quite easy actually. So, right, that bottle that you just saw holds about 1.5 litres, which is just about enough, depending on weather. But usually you do need to top it up on a longer race like that. I would usually grab one more bottle from a feed station. It's really, really easy to fill that bottle up on the fly, because you can just stick the bottle into the top of it, squeeze it all in, or as much as you want. And what I will also do is carry with me some of the hydration tablets from Precision Hydration. So yes, they've got these, the sachets, but they also do them in the tablet form that you can drop into bottles, and I would usually do that. It does take a bit of mixing, so you can't really do that on the bike, which is a bit of a problem, which is why the sachets are a little bit better, but these take up a bit more room, and that's a problem with them. So on that bike, yeah, I'll probably get through two of those, plus whatever else I add into it. And like I said, a gel and a bit of a bar every 15 minutes is the way that I approach that. If it's particularly hot, these come into their own salt capsules, and they're just like that. Blister pack from Precision Hydration. What I tend to do with those, just before the run, probably about 20 minutes, half an hour before, depending on how warm it is, depending how I'm feeling with my hydration, I will pop a couple of those, one or two, and then that usually sees me right through to the end of the race. When it comes to the run, I don't tend to take anything with me. The only thing that I might take are some of these. But I will use the feed stations on the run, so mainly water to begin with, because I like to try and keep things pretty clean and clear. I don't tend to use any of the energy drinks and that kind of thing. The blocks that I showed you, these ones, now I tried these a couple of years ago and got on really well with them. Now you can see that these ones are, focus, caffeine based. Now I tend to steer clear of anything caffeine based. It gives me stomach issues, so I don't mind having it towards the end of the race. So this is kind of where I start to use these kind of things. So the last sort of 4 or 5 miles, you know, this is where these do come into play, but not too soon. And that's really my nutrition plan. Not the most detailed, and I do apologise, you know, it's a quick whistle-stop tour. If I had a bit more time, I'd have probably gone into that a little bit more detail and explained it a little bit more. But that's the way I'm approaching the half, or the Outlaw half this weekend. That's the way I've approached the last couple. It works for me. I seem to have it pretty much nailed on. It's taken a lot of trial and error. Now I've got to get on with the last couple of things. The next vlog will hopefully be something to do with the Outlaw. I'll see you soon.